introductions, no reading of the bio. I do want you to know that Rabbi Mark Borovitz is the rabbi of a very interesting congregation of Beit Tshuva, which means a house of repentance. It's a place that helps Jews really from around the country and from around the world who are struggling with addiction. And it's a holy place. And it's a blessing not only for the people who go there, but also, I would say, for the rabbinical school. It is in Los Angeles near the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies. And when the rabbinical students go there, they learn a lot.
Yes.
They learn
more than the school wanted them to know.
So it's a pleasure to invite to the Bima to share words of Torah, Rabbi Mark Borovitz.
Thank you. Thank you, rabbis and teachers and learned people. I spoke last night about imperfections, and today at the 1 o'clock I'm going to speak about recovery through Torah. So I had this whole thing planned for this morning's Dvar, and then Rabbi Dan took everything that I was going to say. So I had to scramble a little bit. And I thought about it, and I thought about what is this really about? And God gets a bad rap. You know, God gets a bad rap in a lot of places, but even here in the Torah, I have to say, with all due respect, I think Moshe Rabbeinu mixed it up. How could he say such a thing? Well, I'm a rabbi, so I can say anything, right? God doesn't harden Pharaoh's heart. I mean, akasheh is used once. But if you look at all of the other times the English says harden, uses two words. Hechazek, to strengthen, and hichbad, to make heavy with honor. Now, Abraham also, the word hichbod is used. So we know it can't be something that's really bad. So what is it? Now, I don't know if you've ever met somebody who is so full of honor inside themselves that they think they know everything. Okay. And I don't know if you've ever met somebody who is so sure of their power and their strength that they don't even have to listen to their advisors. I'm just going into Torah. I am not making any commentaries. I want you to know. It's only in the Torah. So what happens? Pharaoh, in his insanity, Pharaoh says, at first, because my magicians can do the same thing that God did, God's not so strong. Now, I have to say that no place in the Torah does it say the Egyptian magicians stopped any of the plagues. And a lot of us think because we can do something that somebody else does, that makes us as strong and as powerful and as mighty. And really, Torah is saying, no. What comes from strength is, first of all, faith, of course, in the Kodesh Baruch Hu. More importantly, that you can stop anything bad. My whole life, well, the second half of my life, I should say, my whole life has revolved around addiction, I will tell you that. Okay, the first half of my life, I was the addict. And the second half of my life, I've been helping people recover. And I'll tell you that what helps people recover is this book. These two books here are the foundation of recovery at Beit Tshuva. They're the Torah and the siddur. Because when people come to Beit Shuvah, by that point they would not listen because their spirits were crushed by the cruel bondage of addiction, the slavery of addiction. I'm suggesting that while many of you, most of you, maybe even all of you, I doubt all of you, but most of you are not addicted or don't see yourself as addicts, we all have the same problem that Pharaoh had, which is a larger sense of ourself than we should have. Even if that larger sense of ourself is we're nothing. As I said last night, we're all holy souls. We're created in the image of the divine. And really, the one part of the opening that Rabbi Dan didn't talk about, I think, is how I sort of want to end this. That if you're wondering what it's like to be Pharaoh, think of the times that you've been unwilling to hear the call of another human being and the call of God. If you're wondering what it's like to be the Israelites, think back to times when you were saying something and nobody would listen. And you felt crushed, excluded, etc. So what's the cure in the Torah? Veheveti etchem el eretz asher nisaati et yadai. The last promise by God is that each one of us will have a place in this world. Think about this. For me, how I understand it, because I take all of Torah personal. I immerse myself in it. And I understand that I have a place in the world, and the truth is that my place is here right now speaking to you, but I could not be the rabbi of Beth El in Durham. That's not where I belong. I belong at Beit Shuvah. I belong doing the work that I'm doing because that's the place that God has made for me. All of us have a place in this world that is uniquely ours. And when we don't live in that place and we don't follow that call of our own soul, that is the greatest bondage, the greatest enslavement of all. Which is why I think that the word is heveti, that God brings us. So I would ask you as you go through the day today to rejoice in the place that God has brought you. Rejoice in this community. Rejoice in your family. Rejoice in the place of work that you have, in the life that you're leading. Rejoice in it, and if you can't, change it. Shabbat Shalom.